Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Monday, July 31st, and we're still in this series of how to recognize the influence of a demon. Today we are in Acts 16, starting in verse 16, and this is where Paul and Silas have this girl passing that's following them around and proclaiming that they are servants of the Most High God. So let's look at what it says. As we were going to the place of prayer, we were met by a slave girl who had a spirit of divination and brought her owners much gain by fortune telling. So this girl is being given inside information from demons. That she does fortune telling. She's very closely tied to all of those practices that a medium would be involved in. So that's what she's doing. And they're met by this girl, and she makes a lot of money for her owners. Keep in mind, she is a slave, so she is technically the property of her owners at this time. She followed Paul and us, crying out, "These men are servants of the Most High God, who proclaim to you the way of salvation." Now, right away, when I read that, I think to myself, why would a demon proclaim that? Why would the demons push her to proclaim that? Is she under the influence of a demon, or is she seeing that there's a way out and she wants that way out? We don't really know. We don't have enough information there. But the bottom line is the demons don't prevent her from saying this. And they know that it's the truth. They know that Paul and Luke are the servants of the Most High God. They know that they are proclaiming the way to salvation, and this girl may be looking for that salvation. And this she kept doing for many days. So she's been doing this day after day after day. She's walking around behind them, following them, saying, "These are servants of the Most High God who proclaim to you the way of salvation." Now, that the demons may also be allowing that because it is shifting the authority from Paul and Luke over to this girl. This girl is giving the confirmation that, yeah, they're telling you the truth, rather than Paul and Luke giving the confirmation of who Jesus is. Paul, having become greatly annoyed, turned and said to the spirit, "I command you in the name of Jesus Christ to come out of her." And it came out at that very hour. So Paul gets annoyed. He turns around and he says, "I command you in the name of Jesus Christ to come out of her." Well, first of all, Paul has some authority because he is a follower of Jesus Christ. But the weight of that authority, which we just talked about yesterday, is the fact that he did it in the name of Jesus Christ. And boom, the spirit comes right out of her. That is deliverance at its most powerful, at its very best. That's how it works. You say, "In the name of Jesus Christ, come out of her, come out of him, come out of me, come out of this other person." And it comes out of them, especially when they have a willing heart. Now, we see some evidence in here that this girl has a willing heart. But look at what happens when her owners realize what has happened. But when her owners saw that their hope of gain was gone, they seized Paul and Silas and dragged them into the marketplace before the rulers. And when they had brought them to the magistrates, they said, "These men are Jews, and they are disturbing our city. They advocate customs that are not lawful for us as Romans to accept or practice." So they're basically saying, we're going to bring you up on legal charges because you did this. The crowd joined in attacking them, and the magistrates tore the garments off them and gave them orders for them to beat them with rods. And when they had inflicted many blows upon them, they threw them into prison, ordering the jailer to keep them safely. Having received this order, he put them into the inner prison and fastened their feet in the stocks. So there's a lot of information in here, and there's a lot that we can grab out of here. But the demons didn't like that they were cast out of that girl. And the demonic influence remains there to the point where Paul and Luke are beaten and they're thrown into prison. Why? Because they helped a slave girl get free and find that relationship with Jesus Christ. That's why they were beaten. The demons are not going to go after somebody unless they're a threat. And Paul and Luke were a threat. So the demons went after them. So it's kind of, I equate it with when you keep getting credit card applications in the mail because your credit is good. The demons are going to come after you and they want to stop you. They want to do everything they can to stop you when you are a threat to what they are trying to do. And what are they trying to do? Anything that will separate people from God and get the focus off of God and on something else. It doesn't even matter if the focus is on them. It's just so that the focus is not on God. That is their entire purpose. And it all reflects back to those lessons about the spirit of religion. The entire purpose is to remove the grace. This girl saw grace. She saw that she can be free from these demons. And then the people did not like it. And that's why Paul and Luke were thrown in prison. So as you go into your prayer closet today, recognize that when you're being pushed, you're being persecuted, you're being put down, it's not to build that spirit of offense within you, because that is also a demonic influence. But it's confirmation that you are doing what God has called you to do. And the demons don't like it. And you're in a battle. So you got to get your armor on. Look at Ephesians 6, get that armor on, and you engage in the battle by proclaiming Jesus' name. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.